talk Top Fuel with Larry Dixon, the Top Fuel point leader, who joins us on our NHRA Race Day Set Live. Larry, thank you so much for getting up this early. An 86-point lead heading into the final 8 rounds of the year. How comfortable are you?
Well, I promise you I'd rather be 80 up than 80 down. You know, I mean, when you get right down to the math of it, I mean, there's 8 rounds of racing. So, you know, if we could come out of this race with more than a 4-round lead, it's going to be tough to pass.
You know, Larry, you used to be my buddy, but, you know, 12 wins this season. I hate you. It took me a whole career to get 12 wins, and you've done it in 1 season.
I'm glad that you're hating me for those reasons. Yeah, it's just, I mean, what a season. I mean, there's times that our car was unbelievably strong. I can think of Atlanta right off the top of my head where it was just, you know, we walked on water. Then there's other places like this track and even last week at Reading, you know, we were far from perfect, but we were good enough to get the win.
How important was that win? Really, a 40-point swing when you look at it. And you earned that one in the cockpit.
It was, I mean, after the fact, it was fun, but man, I'll tell you what, it was
a long ride. It took forever.
It just got your adrenaline going because you're so amped up. You hop out of the car and you can't believe that you pulled it off. And I mean, that was a big point swing for sure.
So many good things to feel about Mike. 12-0. You mentioned that he is in final rounds. Only 2 first-round losses. 18 times of the 22 races you've been in the top 3. Why have you guys been so good?
I think, you know, Shake Khaled putting this team together, you know, we're getting with Alan Johnson and just, I mean, when they put it together, it felt like an all-star team, and I was just honored to be a part of that package. And, you know, and as last season progressed, we kept getting better. And then even at the end of the season, you know, we were down, we lost by a couple points, but we were so excited about 2010 starting out. And then, you know, it started out with a win at the Winter Nationals, and, you know, it's been going ever since.
Well, and I know we always talk about, you know, Alan Johnson, but how about Jason McCullough, second generation, just like you and me, grew up around the sport, loves the sport. He's calling a lot of shots on that race car. Alan's just basically overseeing. I mean, what a great job. I mean, how does that make you feel, the job that Jason's done this year?
Great call by Alan Johnson to put Jason in that spot. You know, like it's just, it's a lot of fun. I mean, we worked at Larry Minor's together, crewing. You know, we're both, he's washing oil pans on his dad's funny car, and I'm over on Larry Minor's dragster doing the same thing. And, you know, here it is 20 years later, and you know, he's driving, I'm driving the car he's tuning. So it's very cool.
Well, it is down to just the top 2 to figure out who's going to win the Top Fuel Championships. Plenty of other good battles, and you can see how it all stacks up after qualifying. Technically still, though, 5 mathematically alive.
Yeah,
except for your do or done line.
Yeah, Corey's below that do or done line, so obviously Larry will have to stumble today, and Corey's going to have a good day to get back in this hunt, I think.
I wish they'd cut the check on the do or done line. We could go celebrate in Vegas right now. Well, but we know it ain't that way.
Yeah, crazy things can happen today. We've seen it happening already in Las Vegas, and that makes it a very important day today, for Corey McLennan. And yesterday, Gary Gerald caught up with him to talk points.
Well, it's been an amazing season for Corey Mack. It's not over yet, but certainly it is a monstrous challenge if he is to wrest that championship away from Larry Dixon, who's been the pace setter through much of this season. 4 times in your career, you have been number 2. And when you're there and it's so tantalizingly close, how do you deal with the emotions that go along with that and maintain a focus?
You know, it's amazing what you go through emotion-wise through the weekend. As you get into one of these things, it's just, you think, okay, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to go in there and do the same thing. But you know what? Every single time you get in one of these cars, you think, okay, if I can just qualify a little bit better, get a little bit of those couple points there, and then go in on Sunday, if something happens to Dixon, we're going to be breathing down his neck. And if it doesn't, he can go on to win this thing. So, I mean, no matter how many times you've been here before, it still gets your attention. I mean, it's exciting. It's awesome for the fans and everybody else has been able to kind of watch this thing happen. But a lot of sleepless nights for the driver.
He's been doing this for 20 years. He's been tantalizingly close, as we indicated. He's certainly earned all of our respect over that period of time. Wish you well.
Thank you.
Corey Mack, a friend with Larry Dixon when they're having lunch in Brownsburg, but today on the track, not so much. It is fan question time, and behind me we can find Ray Morin from North Brookfield, Massachusetts, with a question for Larry Dixon. Fire away, Ray.
Hey, Larry, are you getting tired of people asking you about winning the championship?
In other words, he's asking you about winning the championship.
Yeah, well, it's a fair question to ask, but, you know, until they cut the check and hand us the trophy and all the full throttle and all that goes along with it, it's still up for grabs. I mean, you go ask Corey Mack about it, and that'll wind his clock up. So it's not over by a long shot, and I'm not writing any speeches yet. Trust me. So it's plenty of time for that. But good question. Thank you.
So did you get any sleep last night?
Yeah, a little bit. I got 3 kids, though, and they're all out here celebrating Halloween, got them the costumes and all that stuff. So we'll see today if I got enough. How's that?
What are you dressing up as today?
Today, I hope I'm dressed up like a race car driver and people believe me. How's that?
How about it, guys? Larry Dixon, the top fuel point leader. What will the points be at the end of the day? We'll find out later, but he's got Troy Buff in round number 1. Have a great, safe NHRA race day.
Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you.